Hey guys, it's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. Hang out with me while I experiment with a dessert that I want to make today. Y'all know I have been celebrating my anniversary weekend. I'm back in my kitchen for a short period of time and I wanted to do a video and a recipe with you because tomorrow we're going to be traveling. We're going to take a little road trip. So today I'm in my kitchen. But what I'm going to do is I've been wanting to try this. Now I'm just doing my own spin on it, what sounds good to me, but I'm going to be using the Biscoff little cookies, and they come individually wrapped and they have 2 cookies in each one. Now I have already, for the sake of time, taken them out of their little wrappers. I'm going to be putting them in my Ninja, and I'm going to just be pulsing them and making like a crust out of them. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. I have opened about 6 packs so far. And we're just going to, I'm backwards over here. I'm working backwards so that you can see it, but we're just going to pulse these, okay? And sorry for the noise. And that quick, we have a crust. I see that? Got that done. Gonna set this out of the way and move on. The next step, what we're going to do is I am going to take a Jell-O, an instant cheesecake Jell-O pudding. And this is, let me get my glasses and I'll tell you what size. This is the 3.4 ounce box. And this is the cheesecake. So we're gonna put that in. Make sure we get all that out of it. And then we're going to add 2 cups of milk, cold milk. Okay, that's 1 cup. And that's 2 cups. So we're going to whisk this together. I've got my little mixer out, but I'm going to use the whisk attachment, okay? Now you want to start off on really low. And I will whisk this for about 2 minutes, and I won't make you listen to that the whole time, okay? I'll be right back. Okay. What I want to show you while I'm thinking about it is I showed these to you before, and I learned about these little wee yogurt little desserts. They come in the glass jars. Melissa showed these on her page, and so I tried them and I loved them, and I believe I shared them with y'all on my page. But and that's not what we're making today, but these little jars, I have kept every single one of them because I have a hard time throwing away glass. So I wanted to show you these to tell you where I got these little jars from. I just buy these. They come in like 4 packs. And so I've been buying these for a little while, and I've been saving my jars because I thought those would be great little dessert jars. I've got my daughter's baby shower that I'll be giving her in July, and I thought I'm gonna use these little jars somehow, some way in a little dessert with the colors theme of her baby shower. But anyhow, I wanted you to see those because I have saved all of my jars and I've washed all of my jars. Now some of them are shorter and some of them are larger, but the mouths on them are the exact same size. The reason that I'm telling you this is because I discovered on Amazon, now as you see, these come with just a little foil a foil wrap around them, okay? That's how they're sealed. But you can order lids that fit these off of Amazon. And that's what I plan to do, is to order my lids as I continue to save these jars. Reason being, this dessert that I'm making, I can make it, pop it in the refrigerator, and with a lid on it, I can put it in my husband's lunchbox and send one with him every day. So now that I've got that explained, let me show you what we're gonna do next. Like I said, I'm making this up as I go because it sounds good to me, but I've bought the Biscoff creamy cookie butter as well. And to carry that flavor through from the same crust that we made using the Biscoff cookies, I'm gonna put the cookie butter. I'm gonna put probably 2 heaping teaspoons of cookie butter in with our cheesecake. Now this is very creamy butter. Let me grab me a paper towel. And we're going to finish. I whipped this for about a minute, minute and a half, and it's starting to thicken. So I wanted the last 30 seconds or so to mix my cookie butter in with it. Guys, that gives it a beautiful creamy color. Okay, just adding that little bit of the creamy cookie butter to the cheesecake. And I think that those flavors are gonna marry very well together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this in the refrigerator for a little bit, because the longer it sits, it'll thicken up and become a pudding consistency, and that's what we want. So let me put this in the refrigerator, get my little area cleaned up so that we can get ready to move on to the next step. Okay, what we're gonna do next is I have melted just about a tablespoon of butter, okay? And just like if we were making a graham cracker crust, we're gonna take the Biscoff crumbs, we're gonna add just a little, and this is just to make it moist so that it adheres and it sticks together, okay? I'm putting 1 tablespoon of melted butter in with our crumbs. That smells so good. Okay, I think that I'm gonna melt just a tad bit more butter. Okay, I added, and what I did is I used 5, and remember there's 2 cookies in each pack, and there's 10 packs of cookies, and I used 5 of them, okay? So for 5 cookies, or 5 packs, 10 cookies actually, I used about 2 teaspoons of melted butter. Because I didn't really measure the butter, I just sliced it off of my little butter thing, so probably didn't even get a tablespoon. So probably a tablespoon or a little more of butter. Just, you can just kind of eyeball that. I didn't do any exact measurements, but you're just wanting to wet and moisten your cookie crumbles is all you're doing. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull some of our jars forward, and we're gonna take a teaspoon to begin with, a good heaping teaspoon, and we're gonna see how much that covers. And then I got me a little spatula so I can really press it down in the little cups. I think we'll do a little bit more. So let's do about 2 teaspoons of our Biscoff crumbs in the bottom. And that's what it should look like in your little container, okay? And you just want to fill each one of your little containers. Well, that melted butter in with that really enhances that flavor. So just kind of press it down, and adding that butter to it makes it a lot easier to press. We'll do one more, and then for the sake of time, I won't keep you while I do every one of these, okay? And until my little lids arrive from Amazon, I'm just going to cover these with some aluminum foil on the top. Just make sure I get them good and sealed before I put them in the refrigerator. But I did want to make these with you and try one with you for the first time, because like I said, I've seen so many different videos using the Biscoff. I've seen people making cookies and cakes and puddings. So you can just experiment with them and do whatever you want to. But I just got to looking at these little containers and I thought, perfect. But anyhow, there's another one. And so, guys, I will get all of our little, and what I did is I reserved some of the crumbles to the side that I'm going to use as a sprinkle garnish. I didn't add butter to this. Okay, this is just the cookie crumble, and so that I can add to the top of our pudding. But let me finish getting these filled, giving our pudding time to completely set up. Then we'll come back and we'll wrap this dessert up and give it a taste. All right, let's get ready to assemble these. Let me show you something. This is like the little, it's a small, it come in the pack of like the little mini spatulas, but this one has a rubber tip and it gives, if you can see that, it makes it really easy to get into these little jars because that bends, and it allows you to really press that crust in there because of the flexibility of this. Because if you try to do it with a spoon, you're going to be there all day trying to get it smooth. But this little wooden handle spatula, silicone spatula, is just perfect for this, for doing that very thing. But anyhow, let's get ready to assemble. We'll do this first one right here, this little one. And I'll sit it over to the side because this is still kind of in the firming. Y'all know how pudding is. The longer it sits, the firmer it gets. But let's go ahead and put some of our cream cheese, Biscoff cookie butter cream that we made up into our little jar. I knew these little jars. I'm like, oh, I got to do something with those because I just thought that they were so cute. But you can see how the crust is in the bottom. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to sprinkle a little of the crumbs on the top. And then I'm going to take one of the cookies and just put it down in there. And guys, look what an adorable dessert that we have ready in minutes. No baking involved to serve for company. Pop these in the refrigerator, put them on a pretty little tray that you can just pull right out of the, I mean, of course, right now I just have them sitting up on my little wooden tier stand, but put them on a pretty platter that you can just pull out of the refrigerator, sit them on the dessert table, and you are ready to serve your company dessert. So let's do one of these bigger ones. And I even thought, you know, if you wanted to, I didn't plan ahead for this, but I may the next time that I make them is to make an extra crumb and then just layer, you know, crumbs in between the layers, which I guess I could probably, no, I won't do that. I won't do that. I'll stay with what I'm doing. My mind's racing on what I can do. But just fill these little cups up with your creamy, and you can take and kind of hit that and smooth that down. But just take and sprinkle some of the crumbs. Take another piece, break off your cookie. And keep going. Let me get these made up. I'll come right back. Okay, guys, we're back. And it's time to give these things a taste, but I wanted to show them to you first. Don't those look delicious? I mean, get you some cheesecake, instant vanilla pudding, some milk, some Biscoff cookie butter, and some Biscoff cookies. And you've got this little, I mean, it looks like you have made the most decadent little dessert. But let's give it a try. Want to go all the way to the bottom and get some of that crust off of the bottom. A definite keeper. In my opinion, with my palate, this is a win-win. For a quick and easy dessert that you would feel perfectly comfortable serving to your guest, this is it. Smooth and creamy. And you know, I will put these, like I said, I will cover these and pop these in the refrigerator, waiting on my little lids to arrive. You know, Amazon, you can order it today, it'll be here tomorrow. But put these little lids on, pop them in the refrigerator. Perfect little dessert to go in my husband's lunchbox, which I'm repeating myself, I already said that, but that's my idea behind this. But guys, I'm gonna do a Nan and a Happy Sandy. Winner. These are a winner. Make you some. I think that you will really, really enjoy this light, refreshing dessert. And listen, you can always make your own. You don't have to use the instant vanilla pudding. Make your own pudding if that's what you want to do. This is just a quick and easy dessert that looks like you've been in the kitchen for a while. And I made 5 of the tall. You can see, let me hold these up next to each other so you can see the difference in the sizes. And you can buy them in different sizes in the grocery store. But as you can see, one's a little taller. But I got 2 of the short ones and 5 of the taller ones with that particular recipe, okay? So I was able to get 7 of these little desserts. You can double the recipe, but you got to get busy buying you up some of this and eating it and washing the jars so that you'll have them on hand. But you know what? You could do this in any kind of little dish. It doesn't have to be these, but I was like, I'm not wasting these. I buy these and then I recycle them and use them for a different purpose. And this was perfect. So anyhow, well, listen, I'm going to go because I'm just rambling now, but it's good to be back in my kitchen with you for today. And I hope that you've enjoyed me sharing some of a little bit of our anniversary weekend with you. We've had a great weekend. It's not over yet. We're taking a little road trip tomorrow, so stay tuned for those. That update, and the best is yet to come. So I'll be back. But until then, can I encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus? Be his mouthpiece. Share his love and kindness with somebody today. Listen, here's a great dessert to make for somebody, quick and easy, and take it to them, okay? Let him use you to be a blessing to somebody today. I'll see you back again in my kitchen soon. Bye, guys.